This is an amendment that fences 75% of the money in it until the Pentagon gives us a plan for how they're going to conduct operational security going forward. Basically, until they explain to us how they are fixing the problem with Signal and a variety of different other problems within the Pentagon. As we have described, I think this is a major issue. And the real shocking thing is the Pentagon hasn't done anything about it. By and large, Congress hasn't done anything about it. There is an Inspector General report that is going on. Now, let's keep in mind that the Department of Defense doesn't have an official Inspector General because President Trump fired him. That's one thing I left out of my opening statement, which I'm going to include here. The other thing the Pentagon is doing is firing incredibly capable, competent people because they are looking for loyalists, not capable, competent people. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff was fired. The head of NSA and cybersecurity was fired. That insistence on loyalty also leads to a less competent Pentagon, as we have seen with key people being fired. But this amendment is focused on getting an explanation from the Pentagon about what they are going to do to make sure that they do a better job of protecting operational security. And keep in mind how important this is. A couple hours before a mission was carried out, on a commercial application with a reporter on the line, they were talking about specific targets, specific launch times, and specific ordinance that was going to be sent to those targets. That gives the adversary a heads up on those attacks and places our troops at risk. We ought to have an explanation of this. And also something that not a lot of people are aware of, I introduced a resolution of inquiry on this issue, which is normally what the minority party can do, to basically express their opinion if the majority party isn't agreeing with them, and we get a vote on it. It has to come into committee, and we have to deal with it. Well, the rule that we passed yesterday shut off resolutions of inquiry. So the majority party is so afraid of having any conversation about this or dealing with it that they took what is basically an unprecedented step of denying the minority party their access to even a resolution of inquiry. I say basically because it was shut off during COVID for different reasons. But that level of not being willing to address this very serious issue is deeply troubling. This gives us another opportunity to try to force the Pentagon and the majority party to do what it should do, which is exercise our oversight of the Pentagon and say, hey, you're not supposed to be sharing this type of sensitive information on a commercial application, certainly not when you've inadvertently added a reporter to the group chat. That's what we're trying to do here. And, if a Democratic administration had done this, whatever that Secretary of Defense was, the Republicans would have impeached him a long time ago. The fact that we just act like nothing to see here, this is acceptable, I think is not acceptable. I think we should pay attention to this. This amendment gives us the opportunity to do that. I yield back.